Dragon Wing.
Shoves the dwarf in the chest and says, double or nothing.
No!
Okay, and the dwarf turns around and says, I never back down from a bet.
Good. And as he says that, I just try and get a cheap shot in and just swing for him.
Goblin sort of squirms backwards and shouts out, round two! And the crowd kind of disperses, and you can get your surprise round.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just clarify, my unarmed strike is a 1 damage.
Okay!
Let's say
but you got to try and hit first.
Osgerin did not think this through. A roll of 5 to hit. Just swing and a miss.
Clunk! And it just kind of like bounces into his chest and his pec, yeah. With that low roll, he draws a little bit of blood from it. his nipple piercing your skin.
Yeah.
I see this and I immediately push towards the front so that I'm standing looking straight up at the stage because I think he's going to need a hand and I don't know how I'm going to provide that, but I'd really like to have a go.
Do we roll initiative?
Yes, roll initiative. He gets 19.
Where's my... I mean, I didn't get that, so it's fine. He goes first.
Your hand is just sort of resting on his chest.
And I've punched him, I've just stopped and looked up and realised, so in a very sobering moment, what have I done?
With this martial ease, he's going to slap the hand to one side and then try and clock you under the jaw. 7.
I'd sort of backpedal, really just unconfidently, and somehow get out of the way of it. And then I, in return, run in and just in this sort of wild, like just literally like a rugby tackle with 0 skill, to try and grab him around the waist.
Okay, athletics.
And put him to the floor. 20.
He rolls a 1.
Grit.
So you don't just to unbelievable scenes from the arena. As with that 20 and with his one, you don't just swing him off his feet, but also he crashes into the ground hard and is unconscious. And you stand up.
Quite shocked.
The goblin in the golden jacket plucks the gold piece from his
double or nothing.
hand. It's still in his hand, and plucks another gold piece from the dwarf's pouch, and he hands it over to you. You gain 2 gold.
Shit!
While the dwarf is unconscious because I'm right at the front, is there any way I can get my tail into that pouch and steal anything else?
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah, great. Let's go.
Stealth check.
Ooh, where's stealth? Cut this bit. 15.
15. You can now do a sleight of hand check.
11.
11?
Yeah.
No.
13, sorry.
13. Nobody notices as you slip into the pouch that the gold piece came
With
from.
the tail. Is this with the tail?
Always with the tail.
Always with the tail.
You pluck out
5
another silver piece.
Thank you very
Easy.
much.
I walk over and give Jacob both of the gold pieces.
Jacob has hauled himself to his feet, feeling well, he feels somewhat abashed, but then he's also, I think he's ruminating on whether he's done.
Was it your skill or your hesitation that cost you that?
I think.
I don't say that because that would just be rubbing salt in the wound. Yeah. Come on, dickhead.
Yeah. Why'd you fuck up there, mate?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Some of the patrons walking by you clap you on the shoulder in commiseration, and some of them jokingly have started to call you Hammerfell.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Osgerin felt quite bad and quite personally responsible, having goaded this gentle giant into battle, only to see him clearly out of his depth in a form of fighting that he doesn't seem very familiar with. Got his ass handed to him.
Meeting Sylvia and all this stuff's made her realise maybe a little bit more that he's probably not that into it, and it probably was a bit mean, but also gold. So we are where we are.
I think Jacob will think about that as his just desserts. He'll probably think about that in a sort of universal way. He'll probably think about his god and Tyr. And he'll think maybe that was a sign that was the wrong thing to do. I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone back and forth. And that's what happened in the end. Got choked down.
At that moment, you hear
Very good.
a familiar sound to all of you.
Oh dear.
The battle-hardened people that you are, though not in this session or the last. You hear the sound of metal on metal.
Oh,
About fucking time.
And it's coming from the entrance to the main cavern, the way that you came in.
Not the little
Quick
goblin.
question, looking around, are there any other ways out?
There are no
nice.
other ways out
Jacob,
that you can
wait.
see.
That is a fire code violation.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
someone needs to talk to health and safety.
Yeah.
Jacob has grabbed up his gear that he had removed in the meantime and is putting it back on. His armour and stuff.
Just a quick question, the stage they want, is it like a raised area or is it just on the floor?
On the floor.
Okay, that's fine.
Purely on the floor. Though, just peering around the corner into the main cavern, you hear the sounds of, it sounds like battle. And some of the other adventuring types in the spit also recognise it too, and they begin to unsheath weapons. And at that moment, through the smoky haze, a gigantic eagle with dark brown feathers
Not golden.
clawing its way, not golden. Mottled brown begins clawing and screeching its way into the room, snapping and flapping about. And behind it are a dozen or so mercenaries
Guys,
with dark bandanas
guys.
around their bicep.
In all the fighting, where the fuck is Pluckers?
Pluckers are still with you.
Okay. Okay.
He's a good boy.
And this eagle, though massive, is slightly smaller than the other eagle that you saw before.
Just altogether,
How reassuring.
Massive.
Yeah, still big.
A giant eagle, and it's
Large?
snapping and clashing around.
Is it a large
It's a
creature,
large
what is it?
eagle, yeah, rather than
Okay.
a giant eagle. But it's a giant eagle.
Cool.
It's enormous. And some of the patrons and also some of the goblins unsheath weapons, hidden or not, and engage the mercenaries. The eagle, though, its eyes are fixed on you.
Fucking A.
Okay.
It's as if it was scanning the room and then it found you. And then it just starts stomping, clawing, scrabbling over the tables towards you.
Okay. I get out my hand crossbow and I immediately run at right angles from the eagle's view, trying to find some cover.
Okay.
And I will see you guys in a second.
peace.
Final roll initiative. The dozen or so mercenaries behind the eagle, the other patrons have kind of engaged. You see kind of spells being slung, and the eagle is scrabbling towards you. Currently it's around 30 feet away. First up is actually going to be the eagle.
Oh.
Who is going to roll up to you, Cassius.
Roll.
Literally, something like
How high is the
Thank you
ceiling
for
in
that.
the bit that we're in at the
Around
moment?
30 feet.
Okay, so it would struggle to take off in
It could
here
probably
properly.
have a go, but there are kind of stalactites.
yeah, and it would-
It's
yeah.
uneven, yeah. 18 versus AC, Cassius.
hit.
And it's going to try and rake you with its talon as well for 24 versus AC.
Oh yeah, hit.
Ooh.
It's going to snap at you for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Then the talon is going to rake across your chest for an additional 10 points of damage.
Rip.
Yeah, I'm KO'd to a -3.
unconscious.
Pretty much instantly.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he's finally shut up about his wife.
The rest of you just see the eagle like it's picking at a carcass, just kind of gnawing.
Got
at
a claw
at the
like
moving
into his
body.
chest as it pecks for his neck. Yeah.
But Cassius Mutara is unconscious. Next up, Cassius Mutara.
I rolled a 2, so that's a death.
So make a note, that's one fail.
So 3 fails and I'm dead.
Yes.
This would
Osgerin.
be an absolute nightmare.
Osgerin
Things just gnashing away at Cassius.
just whispers into his hand, and then throws his fist at the eagle, and the eagle needs to take a wisdom saving throw.
It's going to be 21.
It passes.
It's not that good, it's just rolling really well.
It's just rolling really well.
Just so you know.
Yeah. It takes 6 points of psychic damage, and it is not compelled to run away.
Nice. Anything more?
I back away from the fucking eagle.
Okay, Jacob.
Jacob levels his hammer, teardrop, hefts it, brings up his shield in front of his face, and runs at the eagle headlong.
Nice.
And brings down a thunderous smite on this.
Smoking.
He smites it smotingly.
Please
If
make
I say thunderous, I meant divine. divine.
What's divine smite?
That does an extra. So my melee weapon, channels the power of my chosen god. And does an extra 2d8 damage.
What's it look like?
It looks like the head of Teardrop glows a bright white, and as it impacts on my enemy, there's sort of an explosion of like power and stuff.
Magic, is it?
So yeah, magic. Yeah. So I rolled a 20 to hit.
It's a hit.
16 damage.
16 damage.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
Next up is nothing.
Yep. So I've pushed myself. So as it's come into the entrance, I've run at right angles from it and I've pushed myself against the wall. Roughly how far away am I from him?
You're 30 feet away.
30 feet.
Actually, it's close, so I'd say you're more like 10 feet away at this point.
10 feet away. Okay, in that case, I'm going to remain in the shadows. And I'm going to try and shoot it with my hand crossbow. Would you say I would have a sneak attack advantage on this gentleman?
Let's just do against the thing's perception. It's going to notice.
It's going to notice. Sweet. So I just get a normal. Okay. So in that case, then I am in the shadows. I am gonna go hand crossbow from the shadows.
Okay.
At that motherfucker.
Is that where you make the shape of a crossbow with your hand?
Yeah.
I hit you. Pew pew.
Ooh, that is 23.
Ooh, it's a hit.
Yeah.
It's a hit. Okay.
It's an 8 piercing damage.
Piercing damage. Ooh. And how does the giant eagle die?
So, stood in the shadows despite it noticing me, with my rapier-like wit and speed, I draw my hand crossbow, aiming at the face of the large eagle.
If you had a whip in like rapier.
I aim for the right eye,
Okay.
and it goes straight through the pupil, which contracts
Around
as
the
the
bolt.
arrow goes through. Bolt enters straight into the brain, hits the brain stem. It immediately falls to the floor.
Which
dead.
part of the brain?
It hits the brain stem. It
Brainstem,
hits the brain
okay,
stem.
nice.
It's the centre responsible for all of breathing, moving, that kind of shit. So
I didn't realise that nothing was so medically versed. That was impressive.
I've stolen a lot of useless shit in my time, including
Nice.
many a medical textbook.
Nice.
So.
You go up to the brown eagle, pick a feather, and say, "Look, a golden eagle feather."
Nice. The eagle collapses dead.
Jacob was quite happy to get stuck in that fight, and he saw one of his companions, he saw nothing, end that fight, and he was extremely impressed.
There's no mixed emotions here. She has murdered a powerful creature and she is feeling good about it.
Shock very rapidly replaced with awe as nothing sort of lasers it straight in the eye with a crossbow bolt.
I mean, if you're gonna kill an eagle, shoot it through the eye.
We go and stabilise Cassius before we take stock of the scene.
Okay, Cassis, you're awake.
On 1 HP?
On 1 HP. And you look around the room, all of you, and you see the last of the mercenary band retreat. Certainly the Fire Knights. You catch the emblem on a couple of their bandanas across their right biceps. There are groaning, wounded patrons just strewn across the floor. Some of them are dead, and goblins are walking between them, dispatching any mercenaries still alive with a quick slash to the throat.
Nice.
Ooh.
We should go and loot the dead mercenaries.
Yes, we should.
Sylvia.
Money, money, money. Money, money.
Sylvia pulls a throwing knife from the throat of one of the attackers and says, "We've got to go now."
And I'm
Go
on
where?
the floor, bleeding out.
Out of the city.
Where, though?
Anywhere.
Do you have a plan?
Do you have a plan?
I say, while picking through the remains of the nearest mercenary.
What's your plan, right? You just look up from
What I do is, I steal, however improbable that this is going to be useful at a later date, but I take us each a bandana from the Fire Knives.
Very good.
Well, that's good thinking.
Pop it in the bag.
That is good thinking.
As I'm just lying there on the floor, bleeding out, I spit some blood onto the floor and say, "Any
Yep.
chance of a little medic healing in this establishment, Sylvia?
Jacob is already kneeling down next to you, and he places 2 hands on your chest, and there is a strange sensation that runs through my hands, Jacob's hands, into your body, and
Would you describe it as confusion or
I feel
outright
it
arousal?
tingling down below.
You know something.
Jacob and Cassius make lingering eye contact, but then Cassius feels considerably better, and for I think I can give you. I've got 7 hit points to give you, and I will.
I'll take that.
Now something happens.
That's how it sounds.
Pluckers
I hear-
shuffles on up to you, Pluckers, and with a beak kind of unlatches one of the satchels slung across its back, and it kind of leans over and tips one of its wings onto your chest. Cooked, still steaming. They seem to say hot, ever hot. And then nudges at the satchel that you have at your waist containing the rub, which also has that cockatrice breath concoction spread over it, and kind of gestures from one to the other.
And I look at him, look back at the rub, look at him again, look back at the rub. What is it, boy? And I get the rub, put it on the chicken wing, and then
Okay, the wing begins to glow softly.
eat the chicken wing.
Okay, you feel the petrification bound to the breath of the cockatrice fortify you, and you gain 1 hit point.
Oh,
Cheeky.
Nice.
tasty. I eat 4 more wings.
Okay, you gain 4 hit points.
There's one wing left.
Okay. Anyone else?
Eat the last wing. Go on.
You might as well eat it, man.
Get it.
Yeah, I'm
three
at
hit
full.
points?
You are fit to
Or
bursting. Do you feel
points.
nauseous? Just
Just hit
because
points.
you've effectively just eaten 6 racks of ribs. You're just like, I feel healthier, but my God, I need to be
Oh
sick.
god, I'm so full.
We're like, we need to enter this guy in an eating challenge.
And these wings
that
again,
was
as a
fucking
reminder.
Yes,
impressive.
we do.
They are
Shit.
enormous, but you just guzzle them down, and you do so
Guzzle.
easily. They are just the most delicious tasting wings
Oh,
you've
these
ever
wings,
tasted
man.
in your life.
gonna do the
Let
biggest shit in the
alone
morning.
the magical property conferred to
versus
the rub.
stool.
So cockatrice rub equals
1 HP.
Well, the rub in its current form,
One
with this
HP.
one ingredient, gives you 1 HP.
Imagine what the rub of legend would do.
So much good
Would
shit.
make you a god.
Just so you know.
So back up to full health, and I just ruffle Pluckers' wings and say, "That'll do, pig. Pig chicken. That'll do, pig chicken."
And Jacob says, "You're welcome." Because he is so.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's cool. Don't worry. I mean,
sorry.
no, it's fine. Don't worry.
but the pig chicken.
And Pluckers does almost a kind of little bow with his head. Sylvia's just been watching you gorge on these wings for the last couple of minutes and says again, "I said we've got to go now. There could be more of them."
You didn't tell us where though, Sylvia. You said out of the city, but can you give us a better...
Yeah, come on, Sylvia. We need
Locale?
some information.
Well,
here.
we could travel off the road. We could follow the road to the east or the west. Up. They're going to be looking for you and me.
So where should we go?
We need to disguise ourselves.
I would argue.
Wow.
Argue that a fairly large town. Oh no! I mean, we could get into the bush. Go and hide in the bush.
Look,
you're
I
taking
feel
the
like
language.
we don't know these guys, and Sylvie kind of does. So I think we kind of need to follow.
I'll be
and
honest.
did you say something about disguise? Because I personally have a disguise kit. And I don't have a proficiency, but I could certainly have a go at painting us all some big old moustaches.
I love the idea, Hannah, of this like training montage where you're like using your disguise kit diligently and you're just basically strapping these bandanas to everyone's bicep.
I've got your big handlebar moustaches and everyone.
Everyone's got a top hat
Hello?
and these bandanas.
3.5
I
minutes
am
long.
certainly, definitely in
Sylvia
the fun,
says-
no?
So we're the fire knives from Eastgate, the other city. We got top hats and we're cooler.
Do you know anywhere, Cassius? Do you know anywhere we could hide out back in your neck of the woods?
In Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. How far away is Baldur's Gate from Westgate?
Yeah, Cassius, how far away is Baldur's Gate from Westgate?
Actually, is this
Good,
a ridiculous assumption that
A
we
good
could go
3 days ride on the main road.
On the old main road.
Baldur's Gate is quite far.
Okay.
I think we talked about it being 2 days
So
ride
it's,
away.
it's actually more
before.
like I think it would be something like 1 or 2 weeks. So the Dragon
Okay.
Coast is quite
Yeah,
far
but if-
inland, and Baldur's Gate's on the Sword Coast.
But
the
for
west.
me, it's 3 days ride because I know the route.
Shortcut.
So Sylvia, just to be clear, you want us to just head out and hide in the wilderness. What's your plan after that? Because I'm not convinced.
Sylvia says, well, the problem that we have is that they've got our description now. They're going to be looking for us as a band. We have to find some way to... and at that point, she's interrupted. And you hear a kind of familiar voice booming from the other side of the cavern. And it says...
Jesus.
Hello, my friends! And it's...
Oh, mate!
What's his name?
It's the elfin merchant who gave you directions at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
And he looks around and he goes, oh dear, there's been a big kerfuffle. He says, and he kind of stomps on over. Did you find Marcel? And he's just kind of not really looking at all of the groaning, wounded people around him.
Yeah, we found Marcel. Yep.
And you didn't catch his name before.
What's your name, babe? I didn't catch it before.
Oh, well, you may call me Babe. And he winks at you.
Babe.
But then
and
he
I
says-
wink back because I am all about building this relationship.
And the elf takes this long, over-the-top bow with one hand sweeping beneath him, and he says, Sithrel Liemer, at your service.
Sithrel Liemer.
Cecil, where are you heading after you finished in Westgate?
Well, I need to pick up some goods from my guy in Elversalt to the... sorry, I'm a little drunk. I need to pick up goods from my guy in Elversalt to the west. But then again, I also need to see my mother in Westgate to the east. So I don't mind. But hey, are you looking for work by any chance? I have a wagon in need of protection.
Oh, well, now you
What are the
say
other-
that.
So wait, what are the other ingredients? Just as an aside, on the list, a golden eagle's feather.
That's
Yeah.
one we know of.
What else is there on the list?
Oh, you see dozens upon dozens of ingredients.
Any of them are brown eagle?
But here's the fact. And you know, this is the case. It doesn't seem like Ven completed this
list.
quest. So the ingredients might be an indication, but
didn't get
it seems
100%.
like at some point in the future you're going to need to get some information. You're going to need to get some direction.
Okay.
There are dozens of ingredients.
Look, I just nearly died from these bleth c***s.
Okay, Cassius, you burn your slot for the day. Doesn't replenish until you take a long rest.
And they look, I'm just all up for going to Westgate and now getting some hellish revenge on these fuckers. Okay, so let's use the wagon as a convoy, enter Westgate, and be like, "What's up, bitches?" and attack. But I say that in a more, detective-y kind of way.
I say all of that, but like a cop.
Yeah, like as a fantasy detective.
Yeah.
That's how I say
I've
it.
done some words real smart.
Yeah.
They are my tools.
Just imagine it.
I'm doing it. I'm imagining it, but
the city was bleeding.
the gin,
I wanted to
the gin
leave.
makes me excited, and I lose every thought.
Cithral looks at the bandanas that you started to take out of your bag, and he says, "No, but you're not fire knives, are you?
No, we're winter swords.
Winter swords, you say?"
We're
He does say that, yes.
soldiers of the wing. No, Cithril, we would... as long as you head west for Westgate, we'll happily sign up with your troop.
We are
East for Westgate, but west to Elversalt.
I
On the
see.
Traders Road.
Head for Westgate. I'm sure there's fine trading there, and we will happily lend our arms.
Westgate, just thus named because though east of this location,
Yeah.
it is the gate to the Dragonmere from the Sea of Stars. Of course, you knew that already.
Of course.
Of course, sorry.
It's been a hectic few hours. We are...
Oh, of course.
Indeed.
Kind of pats you on the side. Hey, little chicken. He kind of
So,
scratches
yeah.
Pluckers behind the ears.
and
When do we leave?
you'll happily have the plucker fuckers to protect your wagon.
I'm sorry, you've called us so many things in the last 5 minutes, and none of them work for me. So
Okay, I'm just
you
I'm
need- no,
spitballing here. I'm spitballing here. It's either
Babe.
winter swords, plucker fuckers, or teardrop lovers.
Bitches!
What I do is, as I'm prone to do,
Just
I
Put
just
the
take
tail
my
in his
tail, and instead of putting it over his mouth, I just put it like in, like right
in-
to the back, and I say, babe, it is so kind of you to offer to take us, and east to Westgate would really, really work for us. I think we probably need to get out of here now, so if there's any opportunity we could go quite quickly, that would be great.
Oh, very good. I will collect my things. And with that, he takes his leave.
And I take my tail out of Cassius's mouth, wipe it on my trousers, pop it in the slot at the back.
Sylvia says, to Westgate? The heart of the fire? Is that really such a good idea?
That's what they'll least expect. In all my service of in Baldur's Gate, no one has ever done a plan so ballsy as this.
And certainly as a plucker fucker, I have realised that often we take the least wise course.
Yeah.
Pluckers looks up concerned.
Cassius, which job does this remind you of?
Specifically, which case?
Yeah.
There was a case back in the day when...
Let's go, says Sylvia. And you make your way outside.
While we're making our way out, I'm just going to poke through the mercenaries. Is there anything decent worth stealing other than our
Yeah,
bananas?
so you have a little pat down. I'm going to say because there are so many corpses, I'm going to roll this D12 to see how many have some stuff on them. There's 7. So you actually find... 2 gold, 80 silver.
Ooh.
Thank you,
come out
and good
ahead.
night.
Always worth patting down a crowd of dead people.
I have no problem with
That's
that.
my
mate.
motto.
But that is a absolute bounty. And the goblins kind of shrug as they see you do it. They think it's fair game. Seems like it's not the first time there's been a corpse in the spit.
Also, they must be feeling
shine.
somewhat grateful because
The shine is the arena.
Oh, I see.
The spit is the
killed
name of
an
the
enormous
venue.
evil before.
I have 116 silver and 2 gold. Yes, please. Thank you.
Is this a party
100
2
silver, 2
gold?
gold, though.
We're sharing the
Yeah,
2 gold
that's
is the
communal,
party
right?
party treasury.
Yeah.
Bitch,
In fact,
please.
I gave-
Which one of us patted down the corpses?
I gave 2 gold to you. I gave
Yeah.
the 2 gold coins that I won.
That's your choice about who you
Jacob.
give to what. I pat down the corpses.
You have
I'm
another.
leaving it.
You have a separate 2 gold.
That I just picked up off the corpses.
You picked
That's
up
fair.
some. Did you just pick up 2 gold from the corpses?
106. I picked up 80 silver and 2 gold off the corpses.
So we've now got 4 gold communally.
Well, I don't know if that's how nothing feels.
I've got 2, and
think-
if
yeah,
I
great.
feel I'd like
Yeah.
to spend it for the group, then I will. But it's certainly staying with me.
Classic nothing.
Sick.
That's fine. Call it classical you like, but there's only one of us that's got 2 gold. So
There's 2 of you who've got. He's got 2
Well, I've
gold
got
as
2
well.
gold. Well, I've got
yeah,
2 gold.
he's
Yeah, it's true.
he's scrupulously fair
Nothing.
though. So we'll
Yeah,
share
that
that
is
with you.
true. Yeah, I'm
See that you're an expert thief, but a novice mathematician.
Right, I didn't go to school, and I'm kind of sensitive about it. Okay, so
Let's not.
But what a
I put
lovely
the
tale.
I put the abacus back into my pack surreptitiously. I don't want to offend you.
Okay. You follow Sylvia outside of the spit. In the morning light overhead, in the expanse over the city of Tezir, you can see several large dark shapes. And they are circling overhead across the city.
do they look bird-like by any chance?
Perception?
So like people just.
These dots in the sky.
23.
Yes.
At this
How
point,
big are they looking?
They look giant.
Like much bigger than our guy we just fought.
They look similar to the guy you just fought.
Okay.
I put my hand on my chest and mage armor appears all around, and it lasts for 8 hours apparently.
Yeah.
What?
It does.
Yeah, that's
Mate,
really
that
good.
is classic mage armor.
Nice.
Textbook mate.
Textbook bloody mage
I
armor.
don't know how long
man.
8 hours lasts in a D&D fantasy world, but
About 8 hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's morning, so you've got it for the day. Let's say.
Great.
Turning the corner, you see Sithrel smiling, and he is atop a wagon, and it's been towed by 2 rather tired-looking elks.
Elks.
Their
Interesting.
enormous
Okay.
antlers are kind of spiraling and winding about their leather harnesses, and they kind of trundle up to meet you.
Check the list quickly of chicken wing ingredients. Any elk?
No
Any elk related? No? Okay, fine.
elk. Nothing elk related.
Just pat the elk. Good elk.
How do these elk? You said they look pretty tired. Do they look like they're going to move pretty slowly?
yes.
Is there anything? I think we need to get out of here, guys. With these circling birds, they look the same size as what just tried to fuck us up in the chamber there. any magical help we can give these guys to get?
Couldn't we just hide? Can't we just hide?
Oh yes, says Sithril, and he pats the wagon behind him.
Yeah, can't we just hide in the wagon? We don't need to be visible.
But we're dressed up as fire gnomes now, aren't we?
No, we've just got a bandana on us.
Yeah.
That is not. Why don't we just hide in the wagon and then we get out of dodge? Fine.
Okay.
Yep, let's get in.
Yep, I'll get in. That's fine. Seems
So we
reasonable.
just getting out of dodge and not going to fuck up the fuckers?
Well, we are going
Ultimately,
to...
we will fuck up the fuckers.
We're heading to Westgate, aren't we?
In the interim, though, I think we need to take stock a little bit.
Okay, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So into the wagon we go.
Thanks for listening, chaps. For any of you Dragon Wingers listening in London, UK, we are going to be at London's premier D&D convention, Dragon Meet, on Saturday the 30th of November, and we'll be in the podcast zone. Also, me, Tom, Harry, and Av are all going to be DMing public games in the morning whilst handing out little branded Dragon Wings things. So come and say hi to us. Also, keep saying hello on Instagram and Twitter, because it just makes our day every time. Otherwise, we will catch you in the next episode.